Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel for some more Samurai Warriors 4 2. So previously we have gone through the Battle of Nagashino and we also seen some comical relief from Matsunaga. So finally we have come to the Rebellion of Matsunaga, which I am very curious what this question mark will be, but judging from the fact this is like the chapter for the rebels, I guess the last one should be the Battle of Honnoji, or the betrayal of Akechi Mitsuhide. So right now we have a semi-final battle, and let's get this started for you guys.
Nobunaga は長篠の戦いで武田を完膚なきまでに粉砕。もはや天下で彼に対抗できる者はただ一人となった。越後の龍上杉謙信。長篠の戦いの後、謙信は上洛準備を始める。天正5年、ついに上杉軍は上洛を開始。そしてこの機を見計らって久秀が反旗を翻す。久秀は死に三条に籠城し、信長の軍勢を待ち受けた。今度こそ信長の、いや天下の運命を奪うために。反逆の将松永久秀の乱。
おお、光秀。敵場に単身乗り込むとはどういうつもりだ？さては我が輩と一緒に背こうというのか？やはり貴様も信長を信じられなくなったか？
いいえ、信長様に対する忠義はいささかも揺らぎません。
ああ、我が輩の周りはそんな奴らばっかり。江戸が出る。
久秀殿、今降伏すれば信長様もきっと許してくださる。
もういい。許されるのはもうたくさんだ。帰って信長に伝えろ。もう一度許すと言ったら我が輩は自爆してやるとな。
Like here's the, I guess, to me it's just very like pure curiosity, is because why would you really want someone to not forgive you for being a rebel? I mean, like, people would, well, I guess most of the time, prevent that. But unfortunately, our crazy little man here decided to that either I get to control my own life and the other people's life, or I'd rather die. So I guess that's what he chose. In the real history, actually, he did die from this particular battle, but you know, it's Koei. I have no idea what's gonna happen, because I remember playing in 4. If you even, like, say, if you play, I guess, the Uniting the Country campaign with Mitsunari, you actually could win the battle, but the problem is they give you a cliffhanger. It's like either he might survive or he dies, so it's kind of, you know, video game logic. There might be a chance that Matsunaga kind of could, I guess, survive, but okay, unfortunately I haven't really trained this dude, so he only have below level 10, so well, at least Matsunaga's having some attack boost from the weapon and stuff. Although I have to say, like, for a new character, he has really cool, I guess, charge attack and all, and his attack actually help replenish the Muso gauge as well as the Langi gauge, but the only, I guess, critical flaw that he has is the extremely slow attack speed. And, well, I guess every single character have their, like, pros and cons, or else it would be overly broken and OP, because back in the good old days of just samurai, no, not even samurai warriors, but the big bad boy of the Koei Warriors is the Dynasty Warriors series back in the good old days of 2, 3, and 4. Lubu is ridiculously overpowered, so yeah.
おお、宗則、心の友よ。我が輩の味方はやはりお主だけよ。
柳生は松永殿にはお世話になってるからね。でも信長に背くなんて思い切ったね。
これまでも何度も背いてきた。その度に許すに片付けられてきたのだ。
金に閉じ込める、穴に落とす、鉄砲を詰まらせる、どれも陳家で古典的ないたずらだよね。
陳家っていうな。どれも今一歩のところまで行ったのだ。
でついには本格的な謀反と。今度こそうまくいくといいね。
この戦、我が輩が勝てば悪の勝利、我が輩が負けても今度こそ信長は我が輩を許すまい。すなわちどう転んでも我が輩の勝ちだ。信長はすでに我が輩の術中よ。
Okay then, I guess they have a brand new way of inserting small scenarios between each cut. Man, I have to edit my voice out of it again, like always, because I have like, I don't know, it's just OCDs that for all cutscenes it forbids Annie to have her voice in it. So as always, this one is actually one of the older battles that we already had played in Samurai Warriors 4. Those of you who are curious why 4 is not in my playlist or my uploads, because I've finished it on, I guess, the third gen console on PS3, so I will not be recording that anytime soon unless I felt so bored and my work either fired me or have nothing else to do. I will probably not redo it. For the, I guess, Warriors Orochi 3 Ultimate Series, I will continue, don't worry, but it's not gonna be like a, I guess, marathon play like I'm doing this right now, because this one's a new game and just due to the fact that it's not really much improved, so there might not be that many people who actually will be willing to purchase this, so it's for the sake of long-term or just newcomers that are actually interested in this series, as well as, I guess, more channel growth. Although I'm not really betting on it, because there are a lot of long-term players who are very good at playing all these co-warriors, and it just matters of all it matters is time until they actually got this copy of the game and they will start playing, because many players actually would ship their copy from Japan. So yeah. Because those of you who don't know, the third gen consoles like PS3 and Xbox 360 actually have a region lock, but this, I guess, this generation, or also the 4th gen PS4 and etc., at least not for PS4, but Xbox One, no idea. Xbox One, I own it, but then I don't really buy games that much. I only play, I guess, Dead Rising and Rise, Son of Rome, so I don't know. But PS4 is that every single region could be playable, but then for you to enjoy, I guess, the Day Zero contents or whatever contents downloadable from that region of the game, you have to actually own a PSN account of that region. So say if you are from America and you bought a Japanese copy of any game that you like, you would actually need to go ahead and register a Japanese or American account depending on which version of the game you've purchased. But for people who usually don't do DLCs, it really doesn't matter, but for me, I actually do DLCs. But unfortunately for myself, my previous copy of PS3 is actually the Hong Kong version, so I do not get to keep all my DLC that I spent on getting the, I guess, the Hong Kong version, because unfortunately you cannot merge two different region PSN account. And then because I bought this console, the Japanese version console, so I decided, why not? Because Hong Kong game, I guess, shops, they don't technically have any particular, I guess, stores just for buying games. They have those, I guess, malls that sells computer related and game related stuff, and there's a lot of shops in there that actually sells games, and many of these stores actually sells only two regions, Japan Japan/HK version, modified Japanese version, or actually the American version. You cannot get the European versions easily because many, I guess, expats as well as their kids who actually play games were like, hey, I want Pokemon Alpha, Sapphire, and Omega Ruby. Do you have the EU version of it? They do, actually, but not in, I guess, out of 10 stores, maybe one of them actually have the EU copy. Most of them actually only have the US as well as the Japanese copy. Well, I'm kind of being lazy on the commentary because I assume that people who are actually interested in the Samurai Warriors series have been familiar with the previous Samurai Warriors 4. This is technically not really a sequel because it's only like additional, I guess, thoughts and scenarios concerning the newer characters. But introducing to you again, this whole campaign for the Rebels is actually featuring one of the new characters introduced in 4. Which is Matsunaga Hisahide, the dude that created the fiery little circle just now. And this battle, originally in the, I guess, the campaign of Nobunaga regime, this is the, I guess, the battle that signified the end of Matsunaga, so he will not be showing up in any battles afterwards. But you know what, like, I got a fair surprise from these Koei games a lot because they tend to twist the, I guess, you know, like the history, but most of the games like do that too. So I'm not sure. They had Matsunaga as one of the like center of attention when they put up like campaign information, like campaign storyline. Like he is in the smack in the middle. Mitsuhide is way at the back, and Mr. Swordsman here is not even on the main page. So it's not surprising that the next Honoji battle might have him revived, or he just happened to not die, because I have a bad feeling, because most of the time when you have the main character in this particular campaign smack featured in the center, he's gonna be in almost every single battle. Well, okay, you would say that, hey, but Yukimura died and you stopped getting to use him in, I guess, halfway through, but at least most of the battle is circled around him. Unless, you know, like his ghosts show up in the next battle, which most probably would be the, I guess, the rebellion of Mitsuhide at Honoji. Unless he's a ghost, but if you have him show up, there's only two possibilities. Either he doesn't die in this particular battle, or I don't know, man, he, like, somehow he survived. Because, no spoilers, according to history, he actually didn't, he fought his way to the final process and he thought he could take down Nobunaga, but no, because he was famous for being evil, so people betrayed him, as well as Nobunaga just have too much soldiers against Hisahide. So what happens is Nobunaga's like, hey, it's okay, I like it how you have, I guess, a mind of your own. Even though you tried to kill me so many times, but because you're one heck of a smart person and you have, I guess, the wits and etc., I will forgive you. And he's like, you know what, screw you. I'm the most evil person and I didn't get my spotlight. You are the person who actually get to be known for whatever deeds you've done, and I'm just sitting here chilling. So, you know what? I'm gonna blow you up. But instead, he blows himself up. I guess the terrorists learned their stuff from ancient Japan. JK, that's not a very good joke to make. I'm sorry, I'll apologize. But coming back to this, I guess, you know, like, judging from all the Kuso stuff that Koei decided to bring into this particular copy of Samurai Warriors, I am not going to be surprised if he miraculously survived this battle. But according to the real history, he actually died. Well, many, like, speculations are made concerning how he died. Some people said that he actually got killed by, like, officers from the Oda troop. Well, most of them make him glorified as he self-destruct, which, you know what, it's like the 1500s, I can't really tell you which one is true, but all in all, he's just famous for being a big fan of using, I guess, gunpowder and explosives. But this battle, though, it might sound like it's like out of the original Samurai Warrior series. It's because it's introduced in 4, but you know, like personally, I think I don't hate on this. Like, I guess not installment. It's more like a storytelling version of Samurai Warriors, because most of the people are like, hey, if they have the majority of the same battles, only a few different, and they had only like creation of one new character, it's not gonna be worth it. Well, let me tell you, first of all, just because the next-gen graphics is so much better, I'm not sure if the PS3 will do the justice to this game. Do they even release a PS3 version? I have no idea. Not about to check it because I'm inches away from my computer. I don't want to pause my game for that. But, you know, like, first of all, the graphics are really nice, and they're, I guess, the only thing I'm not really used to is, I guess, quick time event. Like, back then there's like strike back events, but like now the frequency as well as the difficulty of actually managing the quick time events is so much harder because they pop up so often. You can actually be prompted 3 different types of quick time events. The triangle, which is when I guess you break the guard of the officer, you get to attack him with a special melee attack. Well, in some other cases it's not technically melee because the weapon class prompts, I guess, range attack. There's a X button which is called the shadow skill. It's more like a strike back. Okay, this one is the melee. Special melee attack which deals massive damage. I don't know if X attack will show up, but then the X version of that particular attack actually is a shadow attack. The shadow attack actually either helps you strike back or help you escape from particular, like, I guess, being attacked by the opposing side. And now there's actually a third one, which is the circle strike back. Okay, this is the, what I said, melee slow-mo attack. The circle one, though, I haven't successfully done like many of that, but I think it's like when you have the pink bar like full, you can actually like execute a close range, I guess, Muso attack. But obviously, people are like, well, this is an action game, so quick time event wasn't that bad. It's bad when you... Well, it's not like because I'm commentating. It's more like it's bad because most of the time when you play battles, there are a swarm of little soldiers just like crowded on you, and basically they have this health bar, and then the button that they prompt you sometimes just doesn't like stand out from all the distraction, like this little group, like langy thingamajo. But all in all, like that's one of the stuff that I'm not really used to, but basically, I think they amped up the system a lot. It's just like, they don't have those like stupid missions anymore. When I say stupid missions, it's more like, oh, this person do this while the other person do that. Say it's like Matsunaga killed this while this the swordsman do that. And they don't have the missions like, in certain minutes you should like defeat this many officers in the sequence of that. Because sometimes like all of these warriors that is in the mission for you to defeat are scattered all across the freaking map, and these missions sometimes even appear in the first few like campaign battles. You have a crappy horse and you run like a turtle. Like, how can you even do that now? Like, that's just absurd. But they still kept the, I guess, the group Muso attack takedown and stuff. So that one is not annoying, but sometimes it's just like when you even like control the character, say go here. Most of the time, for some, I don't know, godforsaken reason, that they just refuse to be around the area which I destined it to. But, you know, aside from that, it's all good. I actually like this game for the fact that a lot of people complain like, hey, 4 has a big deficit of explanation to these new characters. They're not well developed. They don't have a backstory. Well, this is, although it's kind of sucky when they charge you, I guess, full game price, but then after playing, I guess, this is my 3rd campaign in, I realized like these campaigns actually give me a little bit of nostalgia. I can't lie, because back in the days, I'm not sure how many of you are actually like me, a long-term fan of all the Toei Warriors, But back in the days when you play like individual character, I guess, like, campaigns, because you don't have the Kingdom campaign or Forces campaign, it just feels really nostalgic. But this time, this particular version actually fused the, I guess, the traditional way of Koei warriors as well as the, I guess, like the focused storyline. Like several people actually either are best friends, share the same fate, or whatsoever they are family into one like storyline. So I think, all in all, like if they actually do release a English version for this, it's actually gonna be worth your money. I'm not advertising for anyone, but I'm just saying that maybe just because I really like reading, I really like stories, and although most of them are actually canon, not technical stuff that happened in the history, they still have 50% of the history. So that's number one. Number two, I really just like how games have their own unique universe and story. So yeah, I took a sip of water because my dinner was too salty. And I hope I didn't make a huge sound for drinking my water. So yeah, basically I'm just saying, for people who actually enjoy stories and they enjoy knowing the characters that they play in the game, this is definitely worth the price. And plus, there's like 10 campaigns. Let's just pretend each campaign all must have 5 battles. It's gonna be 50. So it's gonna be worth your time, at least I hope so, because to me, 50 battles could take me forever to finish. Especially when you're actually trying to record, it feels longer because, like, I guess when you're ultra concentrated, you would basically do everything in like a jiffy. And now I'm just gonna show off like as many missions I could actually complete. But then, like, the only thing is, the challenge here is, like, they would, because they want you to replay the game, so they had, like, at least 1 or 2 missions that is only be able to be initiated if you play the other 2 characters who are not the main. Which, in other words, means that you have to actually go play this in the free mode. And most of the people would be like, that's a cheap tactic. Well, it is. Unless, like, for the local Japanese people as well as many of our Asian brethren, they actually like it this way because they are gonna replay it anyways. So, what's the difference, right? But yeah, so basically, I guess, for gameplay-wise, the mechanism is almost the same, except they, like the commercial video, like, advertised, they have smoother like attack, like they've actually changed the engine. I just don't remember what the hell is the engine name, but anyways, they switch out the engine. They have smoother attacks, and they actually tweak, not twerked. That is a totally different word. They tweak the attack and charges, as well as they actually powered up the dash attack. So if you actually play the previous several versions and this one, you would tell a obvious like difference how it feels like. And of course, if I didn't forget, this is when he blows himself up right here. And he's like, man, I'm gonna blow my ass up and I don't give a crap. This is one of those battles that you don't even need to technically kill any of the general to actually die. See, he says, you know what, I don't care. I'm just gonna blow myself up so I can still control my fate. Well, that was surprising, man. Usually they would have like the, I guess the results screen music, but either it glitched out or it's just because it's such a solemn thing that it decided to, I guess, not play any music during this, but, you know, who knows.
断るこの茶釜も運命も我が輩のものだ。背ききれぬか無価値。
皆死んでいく。私は 一体どうすれば。
Now that wasn't a cliffhanger just now. We already know what's coming up, man. Mitsuhide, it's gonna be Honnoji. Yes, it is, but what the fudge monkeys, man? The truth of Honnoji. And yeah, I was right, man. He's just gonna... It's like the evilest man in the world. Here, he revived. What is the truth about Honnoji? What is the evilness behind this? Well then, so the next chapter is gonna have him out doing bad deeds again. What does it have to do with Mitsuhide, how they twisted the universe? We don't know, but let's find out in the next episode. I'll see you guys in the final battle of the Rebels campaign. Peace out!